a office building under contract, but if we don't have buyers for that kind of real estate or buyers in a particular area, then we're just not really sure what a good deal is. And so yeah, I mean, the simple answers, we do recommend going in the same process that's laid out in the training. So if you have any other questions on that, Faye, happy to get you on the mic, and then we can talk about it further. So just let me know in the comments if you're good to go. All right, and then let's hop back over to Jasmine. All right, Jasmine, I'm going to go ahead and unmute you once more.
Hello.
All right, hello again.
Hi. Okay, so on the last deal I worked on with a buyer's agent, she mentioned something called a brokerage admin fee. Like, she said it's only going to get paid if the contract is ratified. So I wondered, like, what if the contract does get ratified, but then falls out of escrow? Do I still have to pay that fee?
It's yeah, I don't know exactly. I'm not sure what what your contract says, what the agreement is. So I can't really answer definitively, but generally real estate agents and their brokerages only get paid when the deal closes. So if
Okay.
I have seen certain brokerages, they do charge additional fees on top of the sales commissions earned. So sometimes like the buyer, you'll pay $500 or something to their brokerage for some kind of like random brokerage fee.
Mhm.
But that's only due if the deal actually closes. So if it doesn't close and you terminate the contract, in my experience, you don't have to pay that fee because the deals didn't close. So
Mm.
I would just get clear on that. Um, and just make sure that you're not going to have to pay that if it doesn't close. I would say it would be very unlikely that you would be liable to pay that. But again, I haven't looked at the contract. I don't know exactly what it says. But yeah,
Yeah.
generally they're not going to get paid in that situation.
Yeah, she did say the fee will be due upon settlement, but she said it's only going to be paid if the contract does get ratified, but it's going to be paid upon settlement.
Okay. Yeah, it says that means settlement is another word for closing. So when the property closes, then that's when it's paid. So settlement just means closing.
Okay. And the next question is not really about like properties or real estate. It's just about like the whole journey, like starting new in real estate, because
Yeah.
that's the situation I'm in. And I wondered because everybody I know that's like running an academy always had someone like to mentor them at the beginning. I don't know if that's the case for everybody here on the pro wholesaler team. But if you did have a mentor, how did you find one? And if you didn't, how did you come up to this level without one?
Yeah. Are you asking like everyone on the call, or are you asking me in
I'm
particular?
asking you. I'm asking you.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I've had kind of a long journey in real estate. I would say in the very beginning, I did not have a mentor.
Mhm.
I kind of just learned through experience. Like I started in property management, so like started with leasing out houses and leasing out bedrooms and doing turnovers for rental properties. So like that's kind of how I got into the business.
Okay.
And then eventually I got into wholesaling and fixing and flipping. And then I worked for somebody else for a little bit and like learned their business and learned their systems. And at the same time got my real estate license and whatnot. So I guess in some ways it was like kind of just more of like a hands-on um, like learning, you could say, like kind of just working to learn in a way.
Mhm.
Um, and so that was where I learned a lot. I've had mentors along the way, just like people that are successful that I've just talked to and who've kind of been a part of my journey and checked in with them, but not necessarily mentors who I guess in the beginning who were like directly real estate, more of just like life mentors and like, talking about big like changes in like where am I going with my job, my career, like running ideas by them at like pivotal moments in my life. Um, And I found that through going to school, just like professors and things like that who I met during attending university, who I connected with there. Outside of that, like really just working with, I had a financial partner who I worked with very closely for several years, and they were kind of like a mentor. And I've seen that with a lot of other pro wholesalers, like, and that's also why we really put a large emphasis on financial partners and really finding the good ones, because a lot of times like they will mentor you, they will help you help them, because we're providing at the end of the day more value to them than they're going to be paying us as far as fees. So the more we can align ourselves with really strong financial partners, the more we can learn from them. Because think about it, these are people who are buying a lot of real estate. They probably own a lot of real estate. They're doing a lot of deals, and for most of us, this is something that we want to do eventually too, right? We want to be
Mhm.
buying and fixing and either renting out or selling properties. So, getting in close with them, providing value to them, and showing them that we can add value, through the skills we're learning here in the Pro Wholesaler program. This is how we can create value for these people, and in turn, they'll teach us, they'll mentor us, they'll show us their business, because that's where a lot of learning can happen at the same time. So this is kind of like a training ground where we can get the right skills, so we can learn, speak the lingo, and then connect with these financial partners who in turn can really be our partners, who we can really do investment deals with, who we can provide them with investment opportunities. And I always encourage people, when you're closing deals with financial partners, like stay involved in the deal, stay involved in the construction and in the um, in the whole process. See the house get transformed into, from a distressed